goodness, I can't believe it. I'm so lucky.
People who cheat in their speedruns are hilarious because they're terrible at hiding the fact that they cheated. These are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns.
This speedrun starts off, and right off the bat, there is so much wrong here. They do have a timer. They are selecting the 7th slot in their hotbar. And before I reveal this next one, take a few seconds and tell me if you notice it. Alright, it's been a few seconds. Tony, do a zoom on the left side of the screen. Yeah, that is Herobrine in the window, just in time for Halloween. Let's get this party started. The speedrunner begins walking forward. Very lucky they spawn in front of a village and a ruined nether portal. How convenient. The speedrunner does open the chest in front of them, and the loot inside of the chest does look very, very normal. They equip their newly found golden helmet, filling in the ruined nether portal with their obsidian, and they light the nether portal with the fire charge. Entering the nether in 20 seconds. That is world record time, but very risky considering they're only entering the nether with 14 iron nuggets and a golden shovel. The speedrunner wastes a solid 10 seconds hopping around until they open their inventory using their iron pickaxe to mine some netherrack. But hang on a second, when in tarnation did they get that pickaxe? The speedrunner mines forward, and I kid you not, they uncover a nether fortress. How convenient. So the speedrunner very carefully navigates their way around some lava. Directly in front of them, finding a blaze spawner. This is the world's luckiest seed of all time. Unfortunately though, this speedrun takes a turn for the worse. They are so blatant about cheating because directly beyond this spawner is a stack of 14 blaze rods. You have got to be kidding me. The speedrunner then finds a chest not too far away, failing a parkour jump. Buddy is totally the type of guy to do the beef jump and fail it. Inside of the chest, they find iron horse armor, 4 golden ingots, and a single diamond. But hang on a second, why are they leaving the nether fortress? Well, the speedrunner begins digging down in a completely random spot, and watch these next few moments and tell me if you notice it. It's gonna sneak up on ya.
It's down here. Oh, let's go, Bastion. Oh my gosh, what luck.
Yeah, just like that, the speedrunner has found a bastion. Under 2 minutes, holy cannoli, how lucky. The speedrunner then tries finding piglins to trade with. They throw 4 golden ingots at the 3 piglins, and I'm sorry, but that was not subtle at all. Where did this pile of ender pearls come from? If someone can help me to explain this mystery, that would be great. Mentally prepare yourself though, because there are like 50 more mysteries incoming. The speedrunner again digs down in a completely random spot, and they dig down into the overworld. The speedrunner continues digging down, revealing an endless pit beneath them. And I kid you not, they land in a pile of water right outside of the stronghold portal room. Just under 3 minutes. Wow, that's all I have to say. The speedrunner breaks the spawner. It's a 4-eye portal. They make their blaze powder. They make their eyes of ender. So the speedrunner fills the end portal with their eyes of ender, entering the portal. And hang on a second, did you catch that? In a split second, the dragon's health bar goes from 100% to 1%. What a load of barnacles. The speedrunner begins digging up until they get hit by something. Hit by Herobrine. Oh my goodness, this is spooky. This is a Halloween special for sure. The only problem is that Herobrine is actually Blue Mustard 59. The speedrunner's reaction to finding Blue Mustard 59 is just priceless.
Oh my gosh, it's Herobrine! Oh my gosh, it's Herobrine!
That's when Herobrine types in chat, I am thinking of a number 1 to 15. The speedrunner types in the chat 34. Wait, 34? What? That's when Herobrine says, you are right. What a plot twist. It was a trick question all along. They get full diamond armor, a netherite sword, a bow, a stack of arrows, and beds. This is truly the luckiest of all time.
I don't know why the dragon's 1 health. It must be a glitch in the new update.
The speedrunner attempts killing the dragon with 2 arrows. Their aim is abysmal until there is a shameful cut and the dragon is mid-death animation. What a celebratory moment. Even Herobrine is saying you did it, yay. This speedrunner joins their world. Spawning in, they get very, very lucky. There is a ruined nether portal directly in front of them. There's a chicken, some sheep, some pigs. Wow. They're even showing off doing 360s and parkour. This guy looks like he would not fail the beef jump. The speedrunner opens up the chest and in front of them. They get a wool sword, gold, obsidian, 6 blocks, and fire. So they fill in the obsidian nether portal using their fire block to light the nether portal, and they enter the nether. And holy cow, those ghasts are looking horrifying. This guy is a one-of-a-kind skilled speedrunner though. They are parkouring around the lava into the bastion. They get very lucky by finding a very large mass of golden blocks, and even luckier finding piglins right in front of them that they can trade with. And holy cow, the trades are wild. They get just so many Eyes of Ender. What more could a speedrunner need? So they return to the overworld, throwing their Eyes of Ender, and yeah, triangulation, schmangulation, they dig right down into the ground. Oh my goodness, the stronghold is right beneath them. My socks have been completely knocked off. With just so much finesse, the speedrunner finds their way right into the portal room. Unfortunately, no luck here. Not a single Eye of Ender in that portal. But not to fear, this speedrunner came prepared with 382 Eyes of Ender, and I was concerned they wouldn't have enough. Well, they fill that stronghold portal, entering the end, and I don't know if it's just because it's Halloween, but this Ender Dragon battle was particularly scary. And those Endermen, don't even get me started. The speedrunner engages in a vicious battle with the Ender Dragon, jumping into the endgame portal, beating Minecraft Free Edition. Yeah, I'm just messing around. This guy got a made this. I just thought it was funny. This speedrunner gets some wood, makes a crafting table, and starts levitating. Wait a second. This is a Rec Room speedrun. Speedrun of me announcing that Rec Room is now available on Nintendo Switch. That does not require a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Whether you're playing by yourself, making new friends on Rec Room, or playing with your neighbors, Rec Room is always a fun time. So you do remember my neighbor Peter, right?
You can beat me in it, I'll give you my YouTube channel.
Ayundaru, you still owe me all your credit card and your YouTube account. Any last words?
Double or nothing.
Alright.
Oh, come on! And it supports full crossplay with all other devices that Rec Room runs on. So you can play a ton of Rec Room originals and player-created content with your friends, in the car, on a train, on a plane, in space. You can play with friends from all over the world and choose from over 12 million player-created rooms. Triple or nothing. How do you get me? Rec Room is so much fun. It's free. It's available on all of these platforms and Nintendo Switch. Use my link below to download it today. This speedrun footage begins on the title screen. At the bottom left, we can see it says Fabric, which makes me suspicious. They click single player though, revealing all of their save files, and it does seem that they attempt speedrunning a lot. So they create their new world, not changing any of the settings, and the world creation screen does look very normal. The speedrunner spawns right in a village. If I had a penny for every time I said that, I would have as many pennies as I have reviewed a fake speedrun. So they break some blocks in front of them, getting some wood, building a crafting table, using it to make a pickaxe. Then they break some cobblestone on the side of this house. And I'm not sure why, but the speedrunner creates a stone hoe. Odd, but okay. So they make more sticks, crafting a stone pickaxe, leading me to believe that the stone hoe was a mistake. Oh brother, the speedrunner makes another stone hoe by accident and a stone axe. They use the stone hoe to break some hay, and they break some beds in the village. The speedrunner opens up a chest in one of the houses, and the loot is looking very legitimate. 3 potatoes, 3 saplings, some flowers. What is fake about the speedrun? They open another chest, 6 bread, 4 emeralds, 1 potato. Then the speedrunner begins attacking the golem. They kill another golem, there is not a cut, and they get 3 more iron ingots. So the speedrunner makes an iron pickaxe and an iron bucket. They turn their hay into wheat, turning the wheat into bread, and at 5.5 minutes, this is the world's slowest cheating Minecraft speedrunner. Buddy, come on, get with the picture. Go in creative mode, cut it out. We are getting bored over here. Never mind, I spoke too soon. The speedrunner builds up into this floating house, opening the chest, finding the world's weirdest loot. Blocks of redstone, netherrack, blocks of netherite, a flint and steel. This is the weirdest way to fake a Minecraft have speedrun. And hang on a second, that is not a nether portal. What in the world is this guy building? Oh my gosh, is this the Halloween special? Or is this speedrunner summoning Herobrine? The speedrunner puts down the redstone torches using their flint and steel to summon fire on the altar. And that's when they get blown up by a creeper. What was supposed to happen here? The speedrunner respawns, and I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. The Among Us imposter has been spawned in full enchanted netherite armor. They're throwing enchanted netherite gear at the speedrunner while the speedrunner is literally getting shot at by a skeleton, or as the last guy said,
You're one of those boner monsters.
well, yeah, the speedrunner now has fully enchanted netherite gear. The speedrun returns to the same house that they were in earlier where they got the netherite, opening the chest. This is just so fake that it is stupid. Tons of obsidian, tons of iron gear. This goober builds a nether portal at the pace of a snail. Unfortunately though, by the time they get done building it, they realize they don't have flint and steel. Until there is a blatant cut, they turn around, and I guess a villager gave them flint and steel. How legitimate. So the speedrunner lights their nether portal with the flint and steel, and holy cow, the quality of this video is so bad, but if you squint your eyes, you can tell that they actually spawned right next to a nether fortress. And watch closely, because while the speedrunner is exploring this nether fortress, they by accident use the hand gestures on their Mac, revealing their desktop and two folders, 1.16.1 mods and mods. Gee, I wonder if they have mods installed. Surprise, surprise, there is another blatant cut with the speedrunner turning around and there's just a stack of bread on the ground, but no amount of cheating is gonna help this guy beat the game. He by accident falls down into a ditch, barely taking any damage, and then he just starts using obsidian to build back up to the top of the fortress. This is just painful to watch. Finally though, the speedrunner does find Blaze, one-shotting every blaze in front of them, not getting a single blaze rod. Nope, never mind. 10 minutes into this horrible speedrun, they have one blaze rod, until again they set up for another ridiculous cut. It says set own game mode to survival mode. Turning around, there's a blaze spawner directly behind them with tons of blaze as far as the eye can see. Still no luck though. This is so sad. The speedrunner breaks some of the nether brick, revealing that it's a double spawner. Oh my goodness, how lucky. I don't care how much fake luck this goofball has. Wait a second, when did they get 7 blaze rods, and when did the timer start going backwards? I am just so confused. The speedrunner begins building a nether portal. The timer's going backwards. They return to the overworld, and the new nether portal spawns right into the portal room. What a load of baloney. It's a 12i2. How much more ridiculous will this speedrun get? The answer is much, much more ridiculous. The speedrunner turns on debug mode, showing hitboxes. Like that's gonna help you. They press escape, showing the menu, and at the bottom it says disconnect. I'm sorry, is this guy playing on a server? Well, they changed their render distance, increasing it, but despite that, you still cannot see 5 blocks ahead of you. This has gotta be the weakest PC in all of gaming history. After literal minutes of going by, but sorry, you'd never know because their timer is malfunctioning, going backwards, set up their bed in the middle of the end island, breaking it, and on the very next frame, you can see a command in the chat box that says killed Ender Dragon, and the speedrun fades to black. This speedrunner is defeating the Dark Souls 3 boss during a LEGO Star Wars, Mario Kart, RuneScape, Fortnite, Overwatch battle. Wait, this is the wrong footage. This speedrun, oh brother, you are in for a treat. The speedrunner spawns into their world and they are already level 7. What a load of barnacles. This is very obviously fake. They do get very, very lucky. They turn to the right, they find a ruined nether portal. How convenient. So the speedrunner walks over to that ruined nether portal, they swim over, and inside the chest, things do look very normal. Full golden armor, a sword, a shovel, and one less nugget than a full stack of iron nuggets. Alright, I take it back. Something is suspicious here. The speedrunner breaks a tree, they make a crafting table, they make iron ingots, an iron pickaxe, a bucket, then they need a flint to light their nether portal. So they swim down into the ocean using their golden shovel, and holy cannoli, this goofy goober just got 8 flint. So yes, the speedrunner has flint and steel now. And would you look at that, they find a village in the distance too. How convenient. So the speedrunner breaks their crafting table, they find hay, they find a blacksmith, and what in tarnation, inside of the blacksmith chest, is this even real? Someone is gonna have to fact check. like this. It honestly could be real. Well, they use their newly found tools, breaking down all this hay, and they use it to make bread. So naturally, the speedrunner returns to their ruined nether portal. They complete the portal, light it, and they enter the nether. And when the speedrunner enters the nether, they find themselves in a crimson forest with nothing else around. Until just a few short moments later, they find themselves directly above a bastion, and how convenient, a huge clump of golden blocks. You know what? I'm holding my breath. This could be legitimate. So they break these gold blocks, and what in the world? I'm sorry, but are those piglins trapped in a ditch beneath them? All right, I take it back. This is fake. I'm sorry, but the chances of this happening are just 1 in a million. So they turn their golden blocks into golden ingots. They throw 64 golden ingots into this ditch, and inside they get 48 ender pearls. Listen, in my past videos, I have done the math, but this time, nope. This guy is a big stinky cheater, and it's 100% chance. So the speedrunner begins throwing ender pearls, trying to traverse the nether, trying to find a nether fortress, and with no luck, there is a very sudden cut where they just appear in front of a nether fortress, and on the bottom left of their screen, it very clearly says set own game mode to survival. What in tarnation? So the speedrunner enters the nether fortress, they find the blaze spawner, and this speedrunner's luck is just fantastic. They kill 1 blaze and get 2 blaze rods. It turns out that their golden sword has looting 3 on it. How convenient. The speedrunner kills 4 blazes, they get 9 blaze rods, which is more than enough. So they craft a new nether portal, lighting it and returning to the overworld. And I kid you not, what a load of barnacles. You're never gonna guess what happens. Pause the video. They spawn directly in front of the portal room. Oh brother, this guy stinks. And the portal is a 5-eye. Buddy, who do you think you are fooling? So the speedrunner creates their blaze powder. They craft their eyes of ender, filling the portal, and they enter the end. And honestly, by this point, I am very impressed. A fake speedrun where the speedrunner actually has a pickaxe and blocks. This is a Christmas miracle. So the speedrunner uses an ender pearl to get to the surface of the end island. They set up a structure on the middle of the portal to use beds to defeat the dragon. And hang on a second, did you notice what just happened? After a very sudden cut, the speedrunner suddenly has 5 beds in their inventory. But if we take a look at all of the previous speedrun footage, I'm sorry, but they never got beds. Which means this guy got beds in creative mode and cut it out of his speedrun footage. So the dragon begins perching, the speedrunner throws an ender pearl in the middle of the island. They start using the beds to kill the dragon. It's off to a rocky start, but things are beginning to look up until, hang on a second, they have used all 5 of their beds. Is this a feature of the game I'm not familiar with? Because they just have infinite beds now. I am so thoroughly confused. If someone can help me to understand, that would be dandy. The speedrunner is getting tossed back. Things are not looking good. There is a sudden cut, and then if you listen to the speedrun footage, you can hear them say, oh guys, it would take a miracle to beat the record now.
Oh guys, it would take a miracle to beat the record now. Wait. What's that on the floor? Oh my god, there's an arrow and a bow. Oh my god, it's got power 5 and infinity. I'm so lucky, guys.
What a load of barnacles. As if that's gonna help them, my grandmother is a better shot than this guy. He misses every single shot. But by some miracle, they do defeat the Ender Dragon, beating the game in world record time of, I don't know, because this guy never put a timer on their screen. And you gotta love how it's a staple of every fake speedrunner to put goofy, intense music in the background.
Oh, so close. Come on. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god!
This speedrunner spawns into their world and everything is looking very normal, although they do not have a timer. Nope, hang on a second, the timer just appeared on screen out of thin air. Good for them. The speedrunner spawns right in front of a village. Very, very lucky. They enter a blacksmith house, opening the chest inside, and holy cannoli, boy, do they get lucky. Apples, 2 diamonds, an iron pickaxe, bread, iron armor. It's Christmas. So they equip their armor, finding another villager house, getting loot that definitely doesn't seem normal or legitimate. A bunch of random wooden planks, bread, and a sign. Okay, hang on a second. Why is that sign called nuclear airstrike? You're gonna find out soon, I promise. Well, the speedrunner makes a crafting table, putting it down. They make a diamond sword. They collect some hay. Yeah, well, this is exactly the last thing I was ever expecting in a fake Minecraft speedrun. The speedrunner literally finds a Taylor Swift concert.
Is that what I think it is? No, wait. Oh my gosh. It's a Taylor Swift concert. Well, I've been waiting for this day my whole life.
I'm so genuinely confused. That's when the speedrunner gets their nuclear airstrike sign, putting it down. They enter the nuclear launch code. The screen is shaking, knees weak, arms are heavy. What in tarnation just happened? I kid you not, the speedrunner used an airstrike on the concert. I'm not even gonna commentate what just happened. I like my YouTube channel unbanned. In the aftermath, there are water buckets and lava buckets as far as the eye can see. Nope, never mind. The lava bucket is labeled pumpkin spice latte, and the water bucket is labeled Stanley.
What the heck is that? Pumpkin spice latte? Stanley? Oh my gosh, well, what did I expect if I was nuking a Taylor Swift concert?
The speedrunner then uses their newly found materials to create a nether portal, even though the footage is sped up, but the timer is going at a normal pace. And I know this speedrun is so horribly fake, but I just have to point out, where did they get that flint and steel in their hotbar? Even if that one question was answered, that would be great. So the nether portal is lit, they are entering the nether. The speedrunner spawns directly underneath a nether fortress. How lucky. The footage is once again sped up, and there was a very convenient staircase built into the nether fortress. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is not legitimate. The speedrunner finds a chest in this nether fortress. Things are actually looking legitimate here. Some gold ingots, diamond horse armor, flint and steel.
I feel like the blaze spawner should be just up this way. Not that I actually know where it's at.
Yeah, that's right. After a very suspicious comment, the speedrunner makes their way directly to the blaze spawner. Totally legit. The speedrunner's footage is once again sped up, but with no luck. On the last possible frame of this sped up sequence, they only get one blaze rod. How sad. Until there is a very sudden cut. You can see it says set own game mode to survival, and suddenly the speedrunner has 13 blaze rods. What a shameless faker. Well, the footage is sped up again. Why are they going back to their nether portal? They didn't get any ender pearls. Things just get worse. I feel like every time I review a speedrun, I hear myself saying, this has got to be the worst thing I have ever reviewed. Yes, you are not hallucinating. That is a casino.
Casino? When did that go up? Let's have a little bit of extra gold. Might as well go gamble a little bit.
My brain is slowly rotting. At a world record 4 minutes, this speedrunner is literally gambling. This was not on my bingo card today. What sort of goofy Walmart great value roleplay series skit is this? The speedrunner's casino is out of order. The slot machine is out of order. They steal the ender pearls from the slot machine. The iron golems are chasing them. And then like a Michael Bay movie, they blow up the casino in the background. What a fever dream of a speedrun.
One thing I realized that I need more of in my videos are explosions. Done.
The speedrunner then creates their Eyes of Ender, throwing one of them, and naturally they go in that direction. At this point though, there is a very sudden cut. Then the speedrunner begins digging directly beneath them. I'm sorry, but 5 minutes into your real speedrun, and you're just now getting the Stone Age advancement? What a load of barnacles. There is another shameless cut. The speedrunner falls right into the stronghold, right outside of the portal room. Do you think we just blew in from Stupid Town?
Nope, and I hear a zombie. Easy clap, and I hear one of those boner monsters.
I'm sorry, did he just call a skeleton a what? These completely out of pockets do not stop here.
Stupid bugs. Stop touching me. Who do you think you are, EDP or something?
Yeah, while this guy is filling the end portal with eyes, he is just spewing crazy, wackadoodle out of pocket statements. Well, anyways, the speedrunner enters the end. They dig up onto the surface of the end island, and come on, it looks like Bob Ross ran his paintbrush across the screen, connecting one island from another. Totally legit. Oh, I am face palming. Things just get so much worse. The speedrunner turns around and they find...
Oh my gosh! Is that Giga Chad? He just gave me steroids! Oh my gosh, thank you, Giga Chad!
The speedrunner is in a wild and vicious fight with the Ender Dragon. Wait, hang on. Where is the Ender Dragon's health bar? Well, it doesn't matter. The speedrunner one-shots the dragon. Their timer begins going backwards, but the portal doesn't work. So the speedrunner opens up the chat box, revealing a whole load of malarkey. Their friend in the chat saying, wrong, we follow, wait, redo, oh gotcha, when's right time? I cannot believe this. This speedrun was fake? Their friend was helping them? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the speedrunner slash kill commands themselves. I guess they beat the game in 2 minutes and 28 seconds. I need an ice pack. This speedrun is very suspicious because not only are they doing like a YouTuber intro before the speedrun begins, but they are also speaking in a foreign language.
So guys, आज के इस वीडियो में हम लोग करने वाले
It might be Hindi, I do not know. Well, as soon as they go into first person mode, I guess the speedrun begins. And right off the bat, come on. The grass block beneath this tree is looking very suspicious. They head towards the tree, beginning to break this block. And tell me if you notice what just happens here. Yeah, if we go frame by frame, there is a very sudden cut where the tree drops one block, and after the cut, they suddenly get 65 oak blocks. How convenient. The speedrunner uses these oak blocks to produce planks, making a crafting table, making a wooden pickaxe, and after a very sudden cut, they're in a completely different location mining this stone. And again, tell me if you notice what happens here.
guys, मैंने यहाँ पे स्टोन को माइन कर लिया है. तो मैंने स्टोन को माइन किया.
Yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that there was a sudden cut here. And you know what? Maybe it was just a little bit of lag, because that stone block not only dropped one cobblestone, but also 64 iron ingots. And this speedrun continues to get even more confusing because the speedrunner puts a crafting table down. They begin crafting armor and equipment, but out of nowhere, there is this ridiculous clown circus music playing in the background. I mean, just blasting. I am warning you, headphone users. And I hope I don't get copyright claimed. Just like that, out of nowhere, the music is cut. We're in a completely different location. The speedrunner approaches this sheet. Tell me if you notice what happens here. Yeah, again, we do not need to hire an analyst to figure out that there was a sudden cut. And I'm sorry, but does this goofball really expect us to believe that a single sheep dropped 64 cooked mutton? There are more cuts. The speedrunner approaches the ocean. They fill their bucket with water. This baloney head spends like 5 seconds trying to jump up a block. They're unable to do it. It is just embarrassing. But when they finally get up onto that block, in the distance, we can see a lit nether portal appear out of thin air, but it is not even the correct size. I don't know what it is. It's just a staple of fake Minecraft speedrunners. They don't understand the correct shape of a nether portal. Well, they enter the nether. They spawn directly in a nether fortress, but there are just oak planks blocking the hallway. And gee, I wonder who put those oak planks down. So they break the wall down, entering the rest of the hallway, and would you look at that, it's a blaze with no blaze spawner seen anywhere near them. So the speedrunner kills the blaze, it drops one blaze rod, there is a sudden cut, and then they enter their inventory, revealing that they just miraculously have 64 blaze rods in the rest of their inventory. Things just get so much worse. I know that's bad news, but it gets worse. They are suddenly defending themselves from a wither skeleton. Wait a second, why are they turning around? Oh yeah, that's why. Ender pearls just appeared out of thin air behind them. Yep, I think I just missed a few updates. I kid you not, the next cut, the speedrunner is just in the overworld. They throw their Eye of Ender. There is another cut. They're doing their YouTuber intro again.
तो मैं स्ट्रॉन्गहोल्ड में आ गया हूँ एंड मेरे को
Where this guy is, I don't know. It's like he's vlogging from a desolate cave. They dig down one block. There's another cut. They're suddenly in the end. They're doing the YouTuber intro again. This is just ridiculous.
Okay guys, तो मैं यहाँ पे आ गया हूँ एंड में एंड गाइस.
Tell me if you notice this next series of events.
एंड गाइस, चलो मैं इसको मारता हूँ. So guys,
yeah, that's right. If we go frame by frame, you can just barely tell that it says set own game mode to survival mode. They open their inventory. It is full of beds. And hang on a second, I could be mistaken, but the dragon is right in front of them, but there is no health bar on the screen. What in tarnation? The speedrunner attempts hurting the dragon. They get tossed into the sky. Somehow they do not die. Nope, never mind. I take it back. They put a bed down directly in front of them, right click on it, and just end their life in the game. And I'm not really sure what happens here because they click respawn and then they just give up. Yeah, the speedrun is over just like that. I have no idea what I just witnessed. This speedrun, oh man, there is a lot to unpack here. They are playing on a tablet, which is usually a horrible sign. This is gonna be a load of chaos. They've got a diamond sword in their inventory. There is an end portal that is fully complete right in front of them, and they have notifications on their screen. Mentally prepare for this one. The main reason I want to show it to you is because their microphone is so hilarious. Yeah, I don't know if they inhaled a metric ton of helium, but I hope the speedrunner is okay. Right off the bat, they are cheating out the wazoo. There's already a sudden cut. They're in creative mode now, and they jump into the end portal. I'm not sure what happens here because as soon as they spawn into the end, they randomly pick up a raw chicken. How this happens, I do not know. And the reason I want to show you this speedrun is because it's just so stupid. It is literally 5 minutes of them struggling to break the end crystals, awkward silences, and then as soon as they break it, they go, "Here we go," in a high-pitched voice.
Oh my gosh, guys. We are so close to beating the game. Great. There we go.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I do not review touchscreen speedruns. It is just infuriating to watch. The speedrunner didn't even break the end crystal correctly and they have to go back. It's just embarrassing. You can hear them frantically tapping on the screen.
There we go. There we go. There we go. We're about to beat it. There we go.
Alright, now that that's over, by some miracle, the speedrunner has broken all of the end crystals. How they are going to defeat the dragon, I don't know. They get lucky, they get a few hits in on the dragon runs away. I guess the speedrunner is giving themselves a bow and arrow now, as if that's going to help them. Aiming on a tablet with a bow and arrow is going to be impossible. You can hear them just frantically and aggressively tapping on their screen. They miss every single shot with this bow and arrow. And I knew it, I called it. They get a notification. It's a Snapchat from whoever in the world Nolan sucks at Fortnite is. Buddy, your first problem is you're playing Fortnite. It is infuriating watching this speedrunner trying to aim with the bow and arrow. By some miracle, they do get a hit in on the dragon. And after a world record 10 years, they finally beat the dragon. I honestly just thought their voice was stupid, and it gave me a chuckle. This speedrun, I am very scared. They load into their world, and the beginning was very clearly cut. Yeah, sure, they're in survival mode. Nothing is going on unusual with their hotbar, but they spawn directly in front of a desert temple, and they are not looking straight ahead. On top of that, they walk a whole 5 seconds, and out of thin air, a 3-minute countdown timer just appears on their screen. Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but for a speedrun, you need a stopwatch, not a timer. The speedrunner enters the desert temple. They dig down, and while they are falling down, their game freezes, but the timer is still going. The speedrunner opens up the chests at the bottom, and everything is looking very, very normal, so I am thoroughly surprised. They take some string, they take some rotten flesh, some bones. The speedrunner breaks the pressure plate, breaks the block beneath them. Hang on a second though, what is going on here? Usually at the bottom of a desert temple, there's, oh, I don't know, TNT. I'm sorry, but this is not TNT. What in the world? Ah, yes, okay. It looks like the speedrunner went in here in creative mode, putting shulker boxes at the bottom and cut it out of their speedrun footage. This is so blatantly fake. A helmet called hat, a chest plate called merch, boots called boots, and a elytra called wings with a Z. The shield is called the Blocker 9000. What? It just gets so much worse. This crossbow is called Blaster. I am not even gonna say what the sword is. The pickaxe is called Fast Man. The speedrunner hovers over one of these shulker boxes called Tools, and inside, we thunder try Fast Man, and I am not even going to say that last one out loud. Out of nowhere, there is a very sudden cut. It's very obvious that the speedrunner applied the flame enchantment to their bow, so they shoot their bow and arrow at the TNT. It's like they think they're in a Michael Bay directed movie. They're gonna fly out of here with explosions in the background. But unfortunately, the speedrunner is not skilled enough to use elytra and rockets. They are struggling to exit the desert temple. It is hilarious. After the speedrunner accepts defeat, they enter like a regular normal person through the front door. But hang on a second. The speedrunner is flying in the air. They suddenly fall onto the ground right in front of what? Right in front of a new structure. And I know you can't see me, but I am air quoting. Yeah, that's right. This is just purely ridiculous. There is a sign on top of a command block that says, "Press for free Minecraft girlfriend." I'm sorry, but who is taking the time to make up this nonsense? And you cannot make up these next few moments. I'm not even gonna say anything, just watch what happens.
Which button do I press though? Let me get this
Pretty
one.
please, Uwu?
Oh no!
I would really like my Starbucks gift card.
At this point, I have even more questions. The speedrunner only has 1 minute left on their countdown timer, so the speedrun footage goes into hyperdrive, and the only way we're going to analyze this nonsense is by going frame by frame. There is a sudden cut. They're in the middle of nowhere with obsidian blocks on the ground in front of them. So it appears as if the speedrunner begins creating a nether portal. Nope, never mind. They failed at doing that. This is just an abomination. So they try and create another one, lighting it, but unfortunately they couldn't do that either. So the speedrunner fixes that second nether portal, filling it in, lighting it, and entering the nether. And hang on a second, I just noticed now, is there flint and steel called arson? So before we even get a load screen, there is no load screen. The speedrun footage says that the speedrunner teleported 6 entities. They set their game mode to survival. They're suddenly finding themselves in a bastion with this ridiculous floating golden structure in front of them. None of this is real. This is a fake speedrun, and it is to the extreme. And you know what? Just to listen to what this goofball says.
Whoa, is that the new Piglin golden float structure?
Yeah, did they just say, is that the new Piglin golden float structure? Dude, you couldn't have, oh, I don't know, made up a better name for this fake structure? The speedrun goes into hyperdrive yet again. They create 64 golden ingots, tossing them at the piglins to trade. Nope, never mind. They just go into creative mode and they're giving themselves Eyes of Ender now. And an end portal frame, come on. The speedrunner goes back into survival mode. Then they end up slaughtering the piglins. And just like that, I guess they're creating the end portal. This is one of the most cursed speedruns I have ever reviewed. Well, just like that, the speedrunner fills the portal with eyes. They enter the end. And I'm not really sure what happens here because there's another sudden cut, but I think the speedrunner made an editing error and they're just playing footage from the previous few moments. We're going at 1,000 frames per second right now. The speedrunner has a single heart. They're floating in the air, breaking the end crystals. It looks like they die by accident and they have to use a totem of undying to come back to life. They start typing a /kill command. This is just embarrassing. Yeah, they literally use a command to break the end crystals. That is a new level of lazy. And after getting the dragon's health down to smithereens, you can see that the speedrunner has the worst aim ever. They are just missing every single shot. By some miracle though, they do defeat the dragon. Their timer goes down to 0 seconds, even though they didn't enter the end portal yet. And just like that, the speedrun is over. What in tarnation did I just witness?